ML Sports Take here from Rosie's Corner. Remember the new ML Sports Platter schedule on Thursdays here for a few months as we tease Fish Friday tomorrow. Make sure you stop in for that. Of course, the lunch and dinner versions with the coleslaw, the French fries, and the macaroni and cheese. It's absolutely delicious. I just ordered up a chicken Philly here as well. They've got the hot and cold subs. Try the Gold Fever and garlic parm wings. All the pizza wing specials available during this football season. And they've got delicious cookies and brownies and sides and drinks and chips on the side as well. Here at Rosie's Corner, comfort foods are coming not too long, man. Meatloaf Monday and all the rest as the weather will cool down in and around central New York. Route 11 in front of the Brewerton Bridge off the Bartell Road exit. Get here today for all of that food I mentioned. Bills are in a must-win situation on Sunday. This is not hyperbole. This is not hysteria. This is not a hype and expectation overtrain. This is not anything. They have to win this football game for many, many reasons. Go look at the historical, and I'm not saying that every single thing that happens in history happens over and over again, but go look at the percentages of teams that make the postseason that start at 0-2 and even gulp 0-3. It ain't good. Also, schedule for the Bills. The front part of it is much easier. This is also a home game. They have Washington next week. They have Miami at home. Then they go to London for the Jags. You know, you have to win. That's why the Jet loss is so brutal right now, because of the Aaron Rodgers situation. I'll get that to that here in a second. But their schedule, you know, they want to jump out early. They want to get some of these wins because, and I'm not saying they can't beat the Bengals or the Chiefs, you know, right? Every single day is different in the NFL and in sports, but the schedule is just relentless. It's brutal. Primetime games all over the place. Bengals, Chiefs, at Philadelphia. These games, they got to play the Giants. They got to play the Cowboys. There are a ton of games that are absolutely brutal, and their schedule is so hard. Twice with Miami, twice with, you know, Bill Belichick's defense. You got to play the Jets again at home, which that defense, as we saw, really rattles Josh Allen. So they have to win this game this week for all of those reasons. Now, let's get to the preview with the Raiders coming in town. Here are some keys to the game. They're all equal after the big one. There is one that is above all the rest, and it's number 17 getting his act together. He cannot play like he did last week against the New York Jets. You want to tell me about the cover 0, cover 2, cover 4, filling in all the gaps, shooting the gaps, sacks, Quinnen Williams. Yeah, tell me all about the New York Jets defense. It's a great defense. It's an elite defense. It could be an all-time defense, as they've already kind of given themselves credit for that already. It's one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL. I think it's probably them, the 49ers, and the Cowboys, but you could pick the Jets easily as the best defense in the NFL, and I realize that right away. You can rattle a quarterback. They also game planned for Josh Allen. That's a great, great unit. 5 sacks. They hit him. They rushed him. They were filling gaps. They were covering people. It's a great, great unit. There's no doubt about it. But Josh Allen also is supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and I can see throwing a ball that bounces off a receiver and gets picked off. I can see a ball that he takes a chance on a 3rd and long, and it just doesn't work out, and it gets tipped around and it gets picked off. A lot of people thought, well, the first pick was just as good as a punt. I completely disagree, because Allen rolled left out of the pocket. He had a wide open window to run the football for the first down without even getting touched, and I alluded to that earlier in the week with some of the videos. When he shouldn't run, he does. When he should run, he doesn't, and he's got to figure that out. I don't know if it's the coaches that are in his head and all the rest, but Josh Allen, careless, reckless with the football. He threw 2 more picks, of course. All 3 were picked off by Whitehead. And then, what about the play where he's in the shotgun, takes his eyes off the ball, fumbles it, recovers it? Go down, dude. Go down. Instead, he runs into chaos, fumbles the football. How about the 3rd and 6 play where he runs, or 3rd and long play, he runs left, not even close to a first down when he ran. A, he shouldn't have run, and B, he tries to jump over players. There wasn't even a first down marker close to that. Those are the things that I'm talking about. Sugar high Josh, hyper Josh, overdoing it, trying to do too much, not giving what the defense gives you. There were a lot of plays, too, where Allen just dropped back, and you could just see, Nate Geary from WGR 550, who I have on all the time, who's a terrific guy and an awesome golfer, by the way. There were multiple plays where it was just snap, boom, he looks, and Diggs is open, Davis is open, Knox is open. Throw the ball, make it simple, calm the F down. And it's amazing, too. I've heard a lot of pundits out there say, well, it's the primetime game. You just kind of got worked up for it. No, it's not worked up for the primetime game. It's the situation. Josh Allen had the number one QB rating of all time in primetime games. We've seen this guy thrive in primetime, thrive in night playoff games. It has nothing to do with primetime. It was that specific game against that specific defense and him doing too much. He went into this season saying, I gotta back off. I can't turn the ball over. I can't be okay, so do it. And then after the game, it's the same shit. It's, man, I lost the game. Oh, I gotta be better. Oh, I'm gonna learn from it. Yeah, well, enough of the learning from it situation. This dude has turned the ball over 32 times the last 34 games. The last 2 regular seasons, we've gotten away from the MVP Josh Allen. And here's the thing. He's my favorite football player. Josh Allen is the number one reason why the Bills are right now relevant again, why they broke the drought, why they've been knocking on the Super Bowl door. I understand all that. He's an amazing, amazing player. He's a unicorn. He's unique. He's 6'5", 250. He runs like an antelope. His arm is the strongest in the NFL. All of those things are true. However, in sports, when you start to take the next steps, the narrative changes, and that's just how it works. And this team has won 12 games, 13 games. They've been in the AFC Championship game. They've won 3 straight division championships. They know what it takes to get there. The coaching staff, the regime, they built the roster. They have superstars on both sides. It's a destination. They built a culture. All those things have happened to get us to here where now can you take the next step. That's just the timeline in sports. It's neither good or bad. It's neither fair or not. That's how it works. That is sports. And the Bills are in the middle of all of that right now. And in the absolute middle of that is number 17, because you're the face of the team. You're the franchise quarterback. You're one of the faces of the NFL. You're on the cover of Madden. You're in all the friggin' commercials. You're off talking about playing golf and doing all these crazy things in the offseason, which, with all the adversity they faced last year, I can understand why the coaches said take a break big time from football. But then Josh Allen comes back and says he's never been more focused and never been more understanding of what his role is. Well, geez, that can't be further from the truth than what we saw on Monday night. So it starts definitely with Josh Allen. Clean up your game. Be smart, as Stephon Diggs was telling him on the sideline. Whether Michael Irvin likes that or not, Stephon Diggs was right. And then on top of that, here are a few other keys. Outside of Josh Allen in no particular order. Spencer Brown, dude, got trucked on Monday Night Football against the Jets. Max Crosby is going to be on that side. He's one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. The Bills have got to figure out a way to neutralize Crosby because he gets in fast as any defensive edge rusher in the NFL. Neutralize Crosby. Also, the Bills need to start out early. They need to get a lead. They need to get the crowd behind them. Because could you imagine if the Raiders are the ones to take the lead? The Raiders start to push them in the second half, third quarter, etc. The Boobirds come out. Let's say Allen throws an early pick. They need to score early. They need to get the crowd going, and they need to get momentum on their side. Another one would be, let's see that ground game. Maybe some extra stuff from Ken Dorsey, who I thought, really had the offense in a pattern, right? He had a good rhythm with the offense. It was just that Josh Allen kind of took that away with his careless errors. How about some running, which they kind of went away from a little bit in that game? How about some quick design screens, forcing Josh Allen to hit James Cook and Dalton Kincaid? He should be used more. Where's the $14 million tight end and Dawson Knox? These are the things we need to see early. Jimmy Garoppolo was also prone to throwing interceptions. They won an ugly game in Denver last week, but Garoppolo's a fourth quarter dude. He's been on the big stage. He's played in a Super Bowl. He's played in championship games. He knows what it takes when the game goes on, and if this game is close, Garoppolo could throw some touchdowns and beat the Bills. This is a must-win for Buffalo this week. Garoppolo's going to be looking towards Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams. Secondary needs to neutralize that as well if you're on the Buffalo side. I'm going Bills 27-23 in a game where Josh Allen plays better, doesn't play A+, but plays better, and the Bills get it done in Orchard Park. Mike Lindsley with you here at Rosie's Corner. Stop by. Pizza, wings, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. Make sure you pick up a gift card as well for any and all occasions here at Rosie's. And, of course, tomorrow is your Fish Friday. Stop by for that. Route 11 in Brewerton in front of the Brewerton Bridge. Coleslaw, mac and cheese, and, of course, your French fry sides, all with your lunch or dinner options. This place is awesome. Stop by. ML Sports Platter sponsor, Rosie's Corner. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.